What's up, guys? So let's talk about God. So nowadays in this generation we have two sides, people that don't believe in God and the people that do. And I have friends and people that I met that have a variety of reasons as to why they don't believe in God. But one of the main reasons that I want to focus today, that when they read the Bible, they just can't grasp the idea of God killing so many people. They also mention all of those reasons that God killed all those people are just meaningless. That he's a bad father, he doesn't care for us, why would he create us? All of that just make him a bad, evil God, right? But is it true? No explanations whatsoever. We'll see. By the way, don't make fun of my Bible looking old. I just use it a lot. I'm gonna go from the beginning of the Bible all the way to the end. I'm gonna cite all the verses that say God killing a human. I'm also not gonna stay in that verse. I'm going before and after that verse. That way you get a deeper explanation of the story and what was going on in that moment. After I explain to you what was going on, you be the judge if it was really God killing people and being an evil God, that's how people want to call him, or it was just humanity failing at God. So the first verse that we find in the Bible is Genesis 6:7, which everybody knows, the famous flood. So here we can read that God is deciding to destroy everything that's on earth. I have so many people that take that verse out of context and they only read that verse to so many people and try to influence them to telling that God is a bad person. But read the verses before that. So when you read the verses before that, when you understand the purpose of why God took that decision, that verse shouldn't even surprise you, because we all know this story ever since we were little kids. We're reading how the wickedness of man was great in earth, great meaning in large amount, and that every single imagination in their heart was evil continually. And here's a verse explaining to you how everything that you think in your heart reflects your action. Now let's go a few verses later on Genesis 6:11. So the whole earth is corrupted. Everything's just full of violence. We have violence nowadays, but we still have good people. Imagine by those days, every single corner is just full of violence. You can't sleep, you can't walk, you can't live, because you're either gonna get robbed, you're gonna get hit, or you're gonna get killed. Now let's go back to where God actually warned them what was gonna happen, because God won't make a move without warning you before. But wait, what happened between those 120 years? In 2 Peter 2:5, how Peter describes Noah as a preacher, meaning that Noah did preach sometime in his life. And there's no better time to preach about repentance to humanity after God set a limit of 120 years before a flood. God doesn't enjoy when he has to punish people that have evil in their heart. So God had to make a new beginning through a righteous man, which is Noah. He had to get rid of all that wickedness and make a new start for the new lineage for the upcoming Messiah. Still gonna have those people that are gonna say, but that doesn't give God no reason to kill humanity. Who says? To break out of this human brain. Place yourself in God's perspective, in his shoes. What would you do as a creator, having your own creation, in the spot where you set them for one single purpose? Rebel against you. Oh, trust me, if you're one of the people that were living in those times and you're a good person, those people will be a lot of burden to your life. They will be a big bother. So what will you do about it? Ignore them? We're talking about 99.8% of the earth was bad. And so many people are gonna say God messed up. It's his fault because he made you this way. No! God didn't make you good or bad. God gave you the free will for you to decide if you're gonna go through the right path or the bad path. But let's say you're a farmer and you planted all fruits in the floor and you just pick them up, you put it in the basket, and they're all infected. But there's that one fruit that's still good. Obviously, you're gonna take that fruit, you're gonna set it aside, you're just gonna throw away the other fruits because you don't want that one fruit to get infected by the rest. Now place yourself as a creator. I heard so many people that have said, oh, why couldn't God just make them good? Why couldn't God just not allow them to do bad things? Dude, it defeats the whole purpose of free will. God didn't create puppets. You think this world is a Sims game that God is just gonna control? You go over here, you go over there, you go over there. No! The whole purpose of free will is to leave us to have the choice. Then we have people even dare to ask, why did God create humanity by that point if he knew they were gonna sin? Now, you need to understand me here when free will comes to mind. This is how I see it. I don't know about you, but try to follow me in this example. So let's say you have an apple and you have an orange. If you eat from the apple, you're gonna taste apple. If you eat from the orange, you're gonna taste orange. God knows plan A, God knows plan B. But he leaves you to decide which one you're gonna take. This is sin, this is doing good. God knows what's gonna happen if you choose either one. He just knows what's behind that door. But he leaves you to choose at the end of the day. That's what's called free will. He knows everything. He knows what's behind each door. But he's gonna let you choose which door you wanna choose. But then again, the same privilege that the creator has to create is the same privilege that he has to eliminate his creation. So I could have bet God knew what was gonna happen if all those people would have done the right thing. Like they would have just lived their life like completely normal and everything would have been fine, no flood at all, right? But God found something good in Noah. Out of Noah coming out, there was not found only one person in earth doing good, but many prophets came out and many other good people. There were still bad people, only because sin still exists in some people. But again, we go back. It's for you to decide if you want to sin or do right. But the whole purpose of me saying this is for you to stop complaining of God's decision over his own creation. Because come on, let's make one single person out of this whole world to take a turn in God's position. If it's today and you're going in the highway and it's supposed to be 55 miles per hour and there's somebody else going 65, and they have to stop because somebody else is following the law, and they start getting mad like, oh, you slowpoke, and they start getting pissed off, and they think the other person is the bad person when you're breaking the law and you still think it's right to complain about somebody else. Like, I guess that makes sense of why people think their way about God. So that's why God destroyed humanity for their wicked ways, and he saved Noah, and through Noah and his kids a new beginning came out. And also God did put as a sign the rainbow to never do that again. Because he will find a different way to deal with the wickedness of humanity. And that's through Jesus saving us. And at the end of the days, if you read Revelations, you'll know about judgment. Let's see if later on we could get into that. I was gonna try to do a lot of different verses in one video, but I noticed just right now that it takes more than a few minutes to explain one verse into more details that won't leave you confused. If you're still confused and you have like some questions or curiosity, just put them down in the comments. I'll really try my best to study my Bible, study around, study history, and just go back. God bless you guys. Take care. Peace.